Episode 12 of Cowboy Bebop Jupiter Jazz, Part 1. That's right, there's a Part 1 and a Part 2. And this storyline is quite complicated because it's one of the few episodes, the first one being Episode 5, Battle of the Fallen Angels, that follows the main storyline of Cowboy Bebop, centering around Spike Spiegel and his rival Vicious, and this mysterious girl named Julia that Spike seems to really fancy. So just like Episode 5, Battle of the Fallen Angels, this one starts with Vicious again, and he's being, what do you think? And this time, Vicious is in the drug dealing business. Awesome. He's selling some red eye, which we saw in episode 1, Asteroid Blues. You spray it in your eye like a perfume, and it turns you into a maniac. You get superhuman skills. It's like meth. If meth made you a better fighter. So he's selling this red eye, but he also has to explain himself. We saw in episode 5 that he ended up killing one of the leaders of the Red Dragon's crime syndicate that he's a part of, supposedly. And he's trying to explain to this guy, the van, that he actually didn't kill Mao. It was someone else. Maybe he tripped and fell. What can I say? He was a little clumsy. He fell off the boat. Now he's sleeping with the fishes. And the van, which is a weird name, is the Council of Elders who runs the Red Dragon's crime syndicate. I don't know why they just didn't call themselves the Council of Elders, but they also look super small and not intimidating at all. These are no mobster crime bosses. I mean, hell, it seems like I could overthrow this crime syndicate. Just kick him and push him out of the way.
Those who go against the will of the van will be severely punished.
You think I betray my own mentor?
So the council is still suspicious that Vicious killed this leader Mao. Kind of know he did it, but they're gonna let him get away with it right now. But they are gonna have someone who's gonna be looking over his shoulder by the name of Lin. And Lin was a previous partner of Spike that Spike actually still likes quite a bit. So I guess he's a good Red Dragon crime syndicate. He's gonna look over Vicious and make sure he didn't go around slicing any more necks. And while I'm glad that Vicious is back in the picture, we don't get to see him kill anyone. He killed a bunch of people in Battle of the Fallen Angels. Can he at least slice one person's neck? But he's trying to play along for right now. Then it switches to the Bebop, and Faye Valentine has run away with all their money. Oh man, you can't trust this chick. And she took the antifreeze as well. Maybe they explain this later. I kind of forget why she did that. So their ship has no antifreeze and it's super hot and muggy. And Edward, as annoying as I find this character, he's quite useful with her hacking skills and is able to find the name, codename Julia. It's coming from a bar, the Blue Crow, a jazz bar, of course, on Callisto, which Callisto is an ice-covered moon on Jupiter. So we're back on Jupiter. And Callisto is inhabited by a bunch of Russian gangsters that look like they're straight out of the Soviet Union. A real welcoming place. This is why this series is so fun to rewatch, because you catch little things every time. They have fully built this world. And so even touches that you'll miss the first time, where it's like, why are there people running around with like Moscow headbands and scarves on this moon on Jupiter? Do they mean to do this? Yeah, they mean to do this. They're sure there's a whole history about how the USSR colonized a moon. Putin was able to reconstitute the USSR, and then they fled to Callisto. So Faye finds herself in this jazz bar, the Blue Crow, and they really don't explain exactly what the hell she is doing. Usually when she runs away, there was some reason for it. In the very beginning, she didn't trust the Bebop crew, but now they seem to be friends and getting along fine. Last episode, she ripped off Jed and took all his guns and money, so her fleeing doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. At least not at this point. And she's at this jazz bar, very depressed, almost like she regrets it. I think that's what they're going for. She actually is feeling bad. She has a gambling addiction, she rips people off, she uses her sexuality to get money, status, meals, everything. But it's not making her happy. It's like an OnlyFans girl. We get introduced to this sexually ambiguous character, Gren, who's a saxophone player, and he becomes friends with Faye Valentine. We see this nice fight scene between Spike and these Russian gangsters on Callisto. And for every fight scene we've seen before with him, he always uses very smooth moves, seems like he doesn't care, ducks his head out of the way with a smile, comes up with an elbow, almost gently, like he doesn't want to hurt him too bad. However, these guys think that he's Vicious. They're searching around for Vicious, and that really pisses Spike off, and the fight scene reflects it. We get to see him in his angry mode, where he's not just slightly tapping people or pushing them or kicking them in the balls or something like that. No, he's literally crushing their heads, punching them as hard as he can, gritting his teeth and really making these people feel pain for thinking that he's vicious. And then someone makes an even dumber decision to decide to insult Julia, saying that that sounds like a dumb name. Oh, these guys don't get it.
You don't know what vicious is!
This episode ends on a cliffhanger with Faye Valentine deciding to walk in on Grin while he's showering, and we see that he's what's the correct word, trans, I guess. I don't know. He has a bunch of different body parts, and I think I've only seen the cut versions of this show, at least this episode. I did have the DVD set, but I just don't remember this. They actually do show his breasts, which is creepy. They don't show the lower half, thank God, but he has breasts, so if that's your thing, hit the pause button. And Spike has found Vicious in this snowy field and confronts him and asks him about Julia, before Lynn takes a gun and shoots at him, and it ends on a cliffhanger. We're not exactly sure what happened to Spike. He's laying on the ground, but come on, he's not dead. And we're not exactly sure what's going to happen to Faye Valentine with this transgender person. Who knows? So the cliffhanger is Spike confronts Vicious for the second time after Battle of the Fallen Angels, and Faye runs into a transgender. But it does make you want to watch the next one, which is Jupiter Jazz 2, where we get even more confrontation of Vicious. I don't think there's any nudity in the next one. So I think I'm going to give Jupiter Jazz Part 1 a 7. It's essential to view because it's one of the few that takes on the main storyline with Spike and Vicious, but it is really setting it up for Part 2 of Jupiter Jazz and developing these characters. So essential viewing, but I don't think anyone would say this is necessarily their favorite episode. Next up is, of course, Jupiter Jazz Part 2. Then we go back to the mainline series. Check out our playlist for all episodes of Cowboy Bebop, Pet Shop of Horrors, Black Mirror, Mystery Science Theater 3000, Monsters, Fear Itself, and Tales from the Dark Side. We're covering every single episode from all those series. Thanks a lot.